everything is really always working out for you because there's no source of evil. There's no source of you need to learn this lesson because there's no one here to teach you a lesson. You decided to come into this body. You decided to be here because you knew that you would add value. You knew that you were down to be this pioneer. You knew that you could handle, and not even handle, but you could take the bounce. You could take the bounce that contrast would give you, and you could basically be the creator of your reality. You knew that you had that in you. And the reason why is because you would have this guided system. You knew that. You knew that no matter what situation you were thrown in, you would always evolve to your understanding of your innate guided system. All of you are born with this guided system, and so life naturally causes you to want things. So everything is already set up. Everything that you want already it exists. If you can name it, it has already happened. If you can imagine it, if you've gone to the point where, okay, I want this, you can define it, that means that it's already been a reality. And even the fact that you want it means that you were in the receiving mode, means that so much, all of it, pretty much all of it, 99% is complete even before you see any physical evidence. And the rest is really your job. You have to be in the receiving mode of your desire. And usually many are not in the receiving mode of their desire because they're still trying to prove why it's so bad not to have what they want. They're still talking about why it's so horrible to be poor rather than talking about why it'd be so nice to be rich. They're more used to talking about the problem than feeling for the solution, because in the human world, it's like the more you focus on a problem, then the human logic is then the solution is bound to come. And we're saying the problem and the solution are in two different frequencies. So if you want a quicker way to the solution, you have to realize that they're two different frequencies. You can't talk about the problem and attract or experience the solution. You have to switch your channels. You have to go onto a different frequency. You have to be in the receiving mode of the solution frequency. And so that's what all this is really about. And the one thing that you do that causes resistance in your equation is notified to you by your guided system. You see, you were born with this GPS system, and it's really this GPS system that you need. That's the only thing you need. All you need to understand is that you are more than your body. And as you understand that, then it begs the question, well, what am I then? Your consciousness. You are pure positive energy. You are pure positive energy here for a leading edge experience where you can come to new conclusions that no one else has ever decided. You want to write a book, but you're not going to write a book like everyone else. You are a unique frequency. The unique combination of your mind and your body are completely unique onto the whole universe. And you realize what the value you add to this. You add a perspective that has never been talked about leading edge. And you came here. And the reason why this is a leading edge environment is because the things that you want that are right now vibrational realities, this is a place where they would turn into the furthest, most extended manifestation. They would turn into these physical manifestations that were once in your mind, that were once just something that you could feel. They become realities right before your eyes. And that's what we're here to talk to you about. We're here to talk to you about allowing yourself to be who you really are, because that's what's required. If you want everything that you want to manifest in the easiest way, then you have to understand your emotions, because it's like you have a GPS system, right? And you put in where you are. The GPS system will ask you, where are you right now? And if you're ignorant to where you are right now, if you're not down to or you're not ready to acknowledge where I am right now, then you don't have guidance. Because even with your GPS systems in your cars, on your phones, Google Maps, you have to put in your now location, and then based on your now location and based on where you want to go, you have 2 points. Those are the 2 points of relativity, where you are right now and where you want to be. And then the GPS system the algorithm will give you the best route, given all of the resistance, all of the detours, everything. It will give you the most least resistant path, the fastest path, the most effective path to where you want to go. And your GPS system, your emotions are the same thing, because your inner being has already become the vibrational version of what you want. So that means that what you want already exists. So we're not here to talk about is what you want a reality yet, because it has already become a reality. And so the question that really we're here to help you ask and answer is, are you allowing yourself to receive what has already been created, or are you still trying to create it? Because those are two different questions. Because if you're still trying to create it, then you want more data, you want more contrast, you want to figure out just the way that you want it. But in the case that you're pretty sure that you want this thing, then you have to figure out how to get into that vortex where it is. You have to become the perceiver of it. And so how do you become the perceiver of what you want? And the best way to really answer that question is by understanding that first, you are the perceiver of the vibration, and two, by understanding that if you don't add resistance into the equation, then the natural laws of the universe, the law of attraction, will do all the work. That's the thing, is the law of attraction does all the work, because what you want has already become a reality. And it's not a conceptual idea. It's conceptual at first, until you fully bank on the vortex and you see this thing that you only felt, that you knew, that you coddled, and that you nurtured with your belief and with your general easy emotional thoughts, and it came into a reality from the vortex. this vibrational reality, this vortex, is where all of your hopes and dreams and desires are being held. It's a vibration holding place, and they're vibrating and they're beaming out a signal to you. And all you have to do is realize that that's what your emotions are about. Because if your inner being is a deliverer of everything that you want right now in this now moment, that means that your inner being is really important, because you have 2 point of attractions. And right now we want to talk about why your desires really are a reality, because you really are 2 point of attractions. You are more than your body. You are source energy consciousness, and you have 2 point of attractions, you right now in your body, and the other part of you, the other point of attraction, is your inner being, your soul, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, that God force version of you that is pure positive, that's not in this body with you, but you're still connected with. And your emotions are how you are communicating. Your inner being is here right now with you in this now moment, sharing this space, thinking about the same thing that you're thinking about. Whatever you're thinking about, your inner being is thinking about it with you. And your emotions are letting you know, are you on pitch with how your inner being thinks, or are you not on pitch? And so law of attraction is responding to both of your point of attractions. And when you decide that you want something, your inner being focuses on it with no resistance. And so when law of attraction responds to your inner being's point of attraction, it gathers up all the cooperative components. Think about the power of that, the true leverage. So that means that there's leverage beyond your action, because it's already been created. So when you use your action to create a reality that has already been created, but the thing is, most people, they don't really understand that what they want is already a vibration or reality. They think that they're the ones who have to do it. And so they introduce a lot of effort into the equation. But now you understand it's already a reality. It has already vibration become. So now you're trying to make, or a better way to say it is, you're trying to release resistance. And that's not the best way to say it, because when you try to release resistance, then you're focusing on the resistance. You want to focus on allowing. You want to focus on feeling good right now where you stand. You want to focus on feeling satisfied, finding the easiest match, finding the easiest way to your connection right now, because it's that connection that is required. Because when you get into the vortex, it updates all of your subjects. It updates your past. It updates your entire frequency. And that's what the purpose of these videos really are. That's what the effect of these videos are. When you're hearing us talk, what really is happening is you're raising your frequency, your general frequency. And as you spend time here hearing us speak, you're feeling the resonance. It's more important. It's more than the words. It's a vibration. We're talking to you on a vibrational level, on a cellular level. And as a result of these videos, you come to really feel who you really are, and then you can never go back. Because that's the thing. When life causes you to want something, you can't go back. And every time you try to go back, every time you try to pinch off your full expansion, the full version of who you've become, you feel negative emotion. That's why you feel negative emotion. And negative emotion, and that really is what we want you to take away from this video. Negative emotion is your guidance system. And so most are trying to run away from their negative emotion, because when you really want something, when you really think in opposition to it, you really feel it. And so many people they feel that big momentum, and they feel themselves going against it, and it hurts a lot. And so they want to numb it. They are taught that your emotions are just things that you have to cope with. Ignore your emotions. If you feel fear, do it anyways. You know the hustle attitude. You know that do it anyways attitude. And we're saying we would never move forward in negative emotion, because it's always going in the direction. And your negative emotion is neutral. It's your guidance system. It's like, imagine your Google Maps is saying, hey, you're going in the wrong direction, and you're looking at the alert, which is telling you you're going in the wrong direction. And instead of just turning around and going in the right direction, you're taking time to explain, well, why am I going in the wrong direction? Well, it started when I was little. And that's what many people would want you to do. They want you to justify, explain why you're going in the wrong direction. And we're just saying it's your guidance system. But most people, they beat up on themselves for having negative emotion. And we're like, but you want to have a guidance system that works. You want to praise yourself for feeling negative emotion, because the fact that you feel negative emotion means that there's a path that's unfolded. It means that what you want is real, and that you're right now in this now moment going against it. You're stopping yourself from having what you want. And so we say, why would you do that? Why would you stop yourself from being the full experiencer of what you want? Or a better question is, why would you ever move forward in negative emotion? Why would you continue to think of that even though it doesn't feel good? Right? Why would you do that? And usually it's because you think that's what sacrifice is. It's doing something even though you don't like the way it feels. And because that's what most people are doing. They're thinking, oh, that's what we all do. We do things that we don't like to do to get what we do want, because that's how it works. No one does what they like to do. Everyone does something. And we're saying that's against the law of the universe. That's not what you're missing the whole point of your life if that's what you're doing. If you're doing something you don't want to do to get to something that you do want to do, then you're missing the point, because it's not really about getting there. It's about having fun now. It's about doing what you want. And every time you do what you want, you get to where you want to go, because you're in alignment. Right? And the only thing that stops your alignment is you look at what is, you pay attention to what is. But now, as a result of this video, you understand, hey, I can't do anything. I miss my path. And anytime I am missing my path, I will know, because I feel negative emotion. So instead of beating myself out for having negative emotion, instead of trying to explain it, I'm gonna just take it as the GPS is telling me I'm going in the wrong direction. So let me just go in the right direction. Instead of trying to stand where I stand and explain, why do I feel negative? What does this mean? Well, I think to stop because of this, and I think that you justify, you defend yourself, you get defensive, you want to explain why you're right to feel the way that you are. And it's like your GPS system in your car is telling you. But the thing is, even though you may be right, even though many people go in the wrong direction, you're still going in the wrong direction. And so we want you to reroute. We want you to understand that what you want, everything has already been queued up. It's already reality. And right now, you're based on how you're feeling, you can tell, am I going in the direction of it or am I not going in the direction of it? It's up to you. You can guide yourself, and you are meant to guide yourself. You don't need anyone else to tell you what to do, because you have your own path. You have your own guidance that's literally coming from source energy, that is connected with source energy. You are source energy, and your emotions are helping with that. So next time you feel negative emotion, you want to praise. You want to be like, thank God I have a GPS system that works. Because most people, they would rather that they take a pill, numb my emotions. So I'm not sensitive to my emotions anymore. It's like, you want to know, you want to feel if you're about to put your hand on a burning stove. But most people would say, no, don't do that. Why be sensitive? I hate being sensitive. Put Novocaine in your hand so that when your hand's going on the stove, you don't feel it. And we're saying, well, why would you do that? It's like, imagine, you have your GPS systems in your car. Imagine you're going in the direction of imagine you want to go to where you want to go, but you're going in the wrong direction, and you're just ignoring the directions. It's saying you're going in the wrong direction. You're saying, well, I don't care, because this is what people do. We go in the wrong direction and we still expect to get to where you want to go. And we're saying you never get to where you want to go. If you're unhappy, if you're in negative emotion, you never get to where you want to go. Nothing is in that direction. Nothing wanted is in that direction. So now what? You can have more fun. You can be as specific as you want, because you now understand the laws of the universe. You know how to play into your own alignment. You know all this stuff. You know clearly more than ever that you really are this pure positive being who is worthy and deserving of everything that you want, because it's already a reality. So now your work isn't to create a reality. Your work is to allow it, whether it's talking about why you want it, whether it's finding the emotion of it. Regardless, it's already here. And so you want to understand that in your mind, it's already here right now. So since it's already here, I can chill out. Since it's already here, how do I feel right now? And when you feel an emotion, that means that you're transiting a reality. So once you feel that emotion, and it feels good, then you are right on the wavelength. You're on the doorstep of what you want, because it's already complete. Your desires are already complete because you wanted it. Source answered it. Source focused on it, and law of attraction responded to your source's point of attraction. And then guess what happens? Your inner being gathered up all these cooperating components. Well, law of attraction did. And all you have to do is just allow those thoughts to slip into your mind. And in order for that transfer of thoughts, in order for that leverage of your alignment to really be experienced by you, you have to first be not in negative emotion. You have to be in positive emotion. But now you understand that more than ever. Now you really get, when I feel negative emotion, I just have to let go. I just have to realize, oh, this is a thought that's not helping me. So instead of trying to explain why it's not helping me and where it came from, the origin of it, I'm gonna just be like, hey, so it's just guidance. And then those beliefs they just peter out, because now you're not trying to defend them, now you're not focusing on them. A belief is just a thought that you continue to think over and over again. So law of attraction makes it easier for you to think. But now that you understand your guidance system, now you're going to say, oh, this thought feels negative, that's it, let's not go in that direction anymore. No matter how true it is, if it doesn't feel good, then that's a thought that's bad for you. It's bad. And if the thought feels good to you, or feels like relief, it just feels better, feels satisfying, then that thought is good for you. That's really as simple as it gets. That's your guidance. And if that's all you took from this video, then you would know something that many people wouldn't. You would have a way to guide yourself. You would have a way to guide, because that's the thing. You have to make your journey quantifiable. You have to make, the journey from not enough wellness to wellness. So not of money to money. You have to make it quantifiable. You have to know how to get to the money. And the way that you get to the money is by not resisting it, is by not feeling negative emotion, ultimately. And if you're not feeling negative emotion, that means you're feeling non-resistant. You're feeling positive emotion. You're in that place where the ideas, the impulses, the thoughts are literally right on your doorstep. You're receiving them in real time, and your life is just an unfolding. Because when you get into that vortex, you become the experiencer of everything. You don't become the immediate physical liver, because there's that buffer. But it doesn't bother you anymore, because whenever, you know why? Because now when you're feeling negative emotion, you're just like, yeah, like that is a good thing. Negative emotion is a good thing. You are powerful beings. You came here to create your reality. You came here to create everything that you want. You came here to be happy and rich. You came here to be happy and successful. It wasn't ever one or the other. Because this is not a topic between materialism and spiritualism. It's everything is spiritual. Everything is up to you. You're the creator, and you're the only one that can stop it. And so now when I feel negative emotion, I'm stopping it. So I'm gonna just let it go. And now you're ready to create everything. So go off and have the best life ever.